Now we hear it over and over again that women love bad boys. All right. And we know that nice guys finish last. Okay. But I never took the time with you guys to really break it down why women love bad boys and why they hate nice guys. So I'm going to take these 3 points, I'm going to dive deeper into them, and I'm going to explain exactly to you why women love bad boys, why they hate nice guys, and so that you can learn some things that you should do and that you shouldn't do, and a little bit of insight into why women are attracted to bad boys. Okay, so first thing, and the first point I want to make for you here is that we as humans, not just women, but we as humans, we value what we work for. Okay, and usually the nice guy is too is not the guy who we have to work for. Okay, and I'll talk about it right over here. If you think of the reality, let's be honest. Okay, let's look and think about what it's like for an attractive woman. Okay, most attractive girls are handed men. Okay, they don't have to approach. They don't have to watch videos on YouTube, and there's nothing wrong with that. Trust me, I'm giving you guys the videos, and I was the one watching them myself as well. I still do watch them. You know, most girls don't have to do all this self improvement and all this other stuff to be more attractive to men. I think they should, but they don't have to do that. Okay, let's get this back over here. And because they don't have to do that, it's no work for them. And because it's no work for them, they don't really value it. Okay, and most of the men that they're handed are sold on them immediately. Okay, they match on a dating app. Hey, you're really cute. This and that. Let's go out. And that's it. They're sold, right? Or hey, I saw you. You're really cute, and I'm sold on you. That's it. And you got to think about this in other areas. And the reason why I relate this to the bad boys is that the bad boys are much harder to get than the nice guys. The nice guys are very easily won. They're already sold and all this stuff. So we want to be different than these other guys. I'm going to talk to you about how to do that in a second, but that's the main reason why I bring this up. Think about this in other areas of your life. People who are naturally in shape and never had to diet or work for it, they don't really give a crap about what they eat or any of that type of stuff like that. They don't really value it. Somebody who's comes from a lot of money and wasn't self-made and never really had to work and struggle for what they have, a lot of times they don't appreciate what they have. Okay, it's those things that we really work for and we really put the time in. When I look back and look at pictures of what I used to look like and think back to how bad I was with women, how invisible I was to women in general, and then think about how different my life is now, I sit back and reflect. I'm like, holy crap, it's pretty insane, and it's an accomplishment of mine that I really value, and I'm very proud of for myself. So, the nice guy hands himself over to women. He's already sold on the women. He doesn't make them work for them at all. And when women don't work for you, okay, that bad guy is well, I'm going to break down over here, but that bad guy is someone that they have to work for. So let's go over to that. So I want to compare the bad boy and the nice guy, and you'll see that they're going to have to work harder for the bad boy than they will for the nice guy. And I'm going to break it down for you why. So we have the two guys, and I'm going to open both of these, and we'll go back and forth with them. So the bad boy is dangerous. Okay, the bad boy represents a little bit of an element of danger because he's so unpredictable, because he's got other things going on. And, there's a chance, she could get her heart broken, but whatever. Because he's dangerous, he's more exciting, right? Where this nice guy is safe. He tells you, he reveals all his cards. He's just like, hey, I'm here for you. I love you. I'm this, I'm that. And, oh, man, I'd love to have a girl like you. And you're amazing, this and that. And the safe guy, when the girl when he has revealed all his cards, okay, there's no mystery and he's very predictable, he becomes very boring, okay? And women get bored of this guy. And it's also very hard for this guy to stand out, which I'll talk about in a second. When you're a little mysterious, you don't share everything, but the girl knows that you're going out, maybe even talking to other women or something like that. They know that he's dangerous, he's exciting, and this is what we're attracted to. We'd rather watch movies with some mystery, danger, and excitement rather than safe, boring, and predictable. Think about a movie that we'd rather watch than this one, right? This guy dresses cool, he looks cool, he's different, right? Versus the nice guy is just plain, okay? You can be more of like a bad guy just with your fashion, okay? A bad boy, right? So, me and my buddy, when we go out both wearing leather jackets and wearing cool outfits, women will come up to us, I'm not joking, and tell us how cool our outfits are. Versus the nice guy who's wearing just his plain button-down shirt or his plain khaki pants, whatever it may be, this guy isn't going to get as much attention as the guy who looks and plays the part of the bad boy as well too. Doesn't mean everyone needs a leather jacket, but fashion is one way to show that you're that you're unique, and it's better to stand out than blend in. Faux show. Here's another thing too to remember, and I could film a whole video on this, but the bad boy, because of all these qualities and many more that he has, the women are going to have more of a short-term preference for this guy. So he's going to pop up on their radar quicker. He's the type of guy who's going to give more of an alpha vibe, the type of guy that women are going to want to, hook up with and are attracted to more so initially, okay? The thing about the nice guy is he may have long-term potential because of some of these things, okay? But he's going to be harder to get on her radar. And this is the big issue that you'll see that a lot of nice guys struggle with. They're like, oh, but I'm a nicer guy than this guy. I'm more honest than this guy. I'm more, safe and secure and going to offer her more than this guy. But the thing is, this guy just is not attractive to them in the beginning. And because he's not attractive to women in the beginning, he often never gets the chance in the first place. So you have to have some of these exciting and fun and cool characteristics to get on a woman's radar. And then, if you have some of this long-term potential, if that's what you're looking for, then you could show that stuff down the line. Another big issue that guys get is they'll get on dates with girls, maybe because of they seemed interesting or exciting or something, whatever. But then when they get on the dates with girls, they become safe, boring, predictable, reveal all their cards, no more mystery, and just, dump everything out and then try to show that they have long-term potential. Then the girls get bored with them very quickly, okay? Another mistake that nice guys make, okay? So this is something really to pay attention to in your interactions when you're trying to build attraction with women. And it all boils down to, I think, one of the main and the last point I make here, which is probably the biggest point when it comes to why women like bad boys, okay, is what kind of guy is the bad boy? The number one attraction switch they used to talk about back in the day, which I still agree with, is what they used to call pre-selection. And what they mean by that is a guy who can already get women, okay? The bad boy gives off the vibe with everything he does that he is the kind of guy that women like, where the nice guy does not do that, okay? So when the bad boy is, exciting and mysterious and, has a little element of danger and is dressed cool and looks cool and acts cool versus all these other things, what type of guy could ignore a girl's message, right? What type of guy could ignore, even when a girl flirts with him really hard, he'd not get too excited and play it cool, right? What type of guy, would do any of these type of things that a bad boy would do? It's the type of guy who knows that he can get other women. And, when women are picking a mate, when women are finding what they're attracted to, they have a lot more to figure out than us. When guys see a girl, oh, she's attractive, they're usually sold so quickly, which is a mistake you shouldn't do. But anyway, that's what most guys do. When women find out if they're attracted to a guy, they like to dance a little bit. They like to find out some qualities about the guy. They like to see what's going on there. They like to do some work. And like we said, women value what they work for, okay? And because of that, the only way they could skip doing too much work to really find out what the guy is about is to see if other women like him, okay? This whole thing, okay, this number one attraction switch, which I could even add to here, which is other women like you, okay? This number one attraction switch. When other women like you, you have to ask, how would you act towards women, okay? If you had other women around, you wouldn't be desperate. You wouldn't be afraid to make a move. You wouldn't be afraid to bust their chops. You would dress and act how you want, and you would own it. And you would have a cooler, edgier style, and you'd be able to rock it with confidence because you know that other women already like you, okay? This is the number one attraction switch. I'll probably film another video on that. If you want to hear more about it, just comment below. But this is another big thing to keep in mind. All the things that I teach you guys as far as approaching women, what to say after, how to flirt, how to move things forward, how to dress, how to look cool, how to act confidence, all this stuff is all reflective of a guy who already gets women. The magic question you can always ask is, a guy who's really good with women, who doesn't have a problem with women, who could have any woman he wants, how would he act in this situation? He'd probably go up to a girl pretty confidently, tell her he likes her. He'd make a move. He wouldn't be butthurt. He wouldn't be trying to convince her to like him. He'd know what he has, and she would have to work to get his attention. Okay, so these are just some things to really keep in mind about attraction in general, and definitely for the reason why women love bad boys. If you have any other questions on this topic, please ask them in the question section below and in the comment section below, and I'll be happy to answer any of the questions that you ask. And when you're ready, I'll have the next video queued up for you right here on my channel.